Youngest Jake here to check out the Ferventoys Lawman MkIII replica blaster. This is obviously a replica of a 357 snub nose, and Ferventoys approached me and asked me if I'd like to review their new blaster coming out that they didn't give me a whole lot of information on to start with until I almost put this video up. Now, they sent me two. One in this very nice white and orange color scheme, and one in a dark navy blue and white color scheme. Now, right off the bat, I'm going to divulge a little information. I broke one of my cardinal rules. I always say I never open a blaster before a review. I always save that for modding if I do a separate video later, or an internals guide if I do one of those. But they sent me two blasters, and all my feedback's going to be mostly based off of this one. This one did not work. I tried, it would not fire. I tried 100 times over. Would not fire, would not work. The cylinder would rotate, the hammer would catch, trigger would fire. Nothing. It was getting no pressure built up in the plunger tube. So I did take this one apart to try to see, it's kind of a challenge. See if I can get it working. See what the problem was. And these come with a different design that I'll get into more later in the video. But starting off straight off the bat, we'll do this as a normal review. What do you get in the package? Well, you get one of the pistols. You can choose either color when you order it off of Ferventoys website. And then you get little packages containing 12 of each type, or 12 of each type. There's 6 suction cup and 6 of the regular tip in each of these little bags, but 12 total of each type. And then you get a little manual right here that's in the bottom of the box. And it's just, the manual is just a sheet, but it gives you loading and firing instructions. Comes in a little brown box here that clasps together clamshell style, and it says, ages 14 plus, shooting model, combat readiness. Ejection model, let you experience different feeling. Militant rally attack. Yeah, militant rally attack. Okay, I guess for militants now, if you follow their wording. I'm not personally, but we'll roll with it. The Lawman MkIII, it claims 28-foot flat ranges with 35-foot arced ranges. That's actually something that they put on their website, because they gave me the link to the product about a week or two ago, because I told them I was getting my video ready. So I'm basing the performance claims off of that, and they don't list any FPS, just those range claims. Now, we'll get to that here in a second, but how do you operate this? Well, very much like you'd expect. Like a revolver. I mean, it has a cylinder release. Pull here, pop your cylinder out. It does hold 6. Load in your darts of either type, and then once you have some shots loaded, and these are small darts, which is something I'm going to comment on. They only measure about 7 millimeters in diameter. So, and I don't know where to get these. If you do know where, please let me know in the description or in the comment section below, because I don't know where to get these little tiny darts. I've seen a few makers of blasters are starting to use these, and it's all in recent times, but I don't know where to get the actual replacement darts. But once you have it loaded, pull the hammer back, and then fire. Now, it is not double action. It is only single action, as you'd expect. And as you can hear there, there's not much punch to it, because it is single action. And because I did take apart this navy blue one, I got to see exactly why there's such a limit on the performance. They claim 28 feet on a flat shot, and they claim 35 if you arc it. It won't hit that. Not in my testing. Neither one of these did. I did get this one working, and when I took it apart, it has the hammer is actually pretty heavily built. This is quite sturdy. I will give them that. The back of the hammer has a metal rod that hooks to it and goes down the grip through the plunger rod to compress it as you pull the hammer down. And that's not a lot of force. It's pretty easy to do. But it has a metal rod going down to the plunger rod. Compress the spring. The spring's only about that big. But so there's not much compression going on. And the plunger tube is about the size of your pinky. And it uses the very old style of seal that some old Busby blasters from about 15 years ago used to use. If you can remember, some of the modders out there who have been doing it a while, some of them had a cup style seal. And it literally was like a inverted cup, and it went against the walls of the plunger tube. Like, all of it was rubber. Almost think the head of a plunger, an actual toilet plunger, and it uses that to shove the air forward. Well, this one had it was kind of crushed, and it had a glob of just heavy grease inside of there. So even if it could get a good seal, that grease was going to block any airflow. So I actually cleaned that out and tried to warm up the seal and reform it. It gets about 32 feet per second at best. Most of my shots are in the 25 to 29 range. This one, which actually worked properly from the moment I opened it, gets around 44 to 49 feet per second. Not great. And that's taken into account. These darts are tiny, and they're very light. And they're, being so small, they're very aerodynamic. So it should easily get better performance. And they do only claim 28 to 35 range as far as that actual 28 feet range. But it doesn't hit that. I've just been using it mostly indoors. And it'll shoot the length of my living room. Because at best it gets mid-40s. At best. The navy blue one, after me trying to fix the seal, which the seal's still crushed. And that's why the lower performance. At best it gets 32. And again, I get mostly in the 20s when I fired over my chronograph. So you're looking at low performance, using a weird ammo. And now here's where the final nail gets hit into the coffin. I didn't know the price of this when I first got it. I didn't know the price of it while I was doing most of my testing for a few weeks. Ferventoys sent me a link to the product purchase page where you can get this, because it is only directly from them. These are $36.99. $36.99. And then you get two of them for $70 and some change. And it's literally like $70.40. There's, it's like a 2-pack deal. Because if you buy two of them at, $36.99, $37 times 2 is $74. So it'll give you a few dollars off. But that's a lot. That's a lot. When you got, 30s to 40 foot per second range performance, a oddball ammo that's going to be hard to find, and a high price. So no cross compatibility. No cross compatibility. Not great performance. And a very high price. Particularly compared to its fellow hammer primed competitors. You've got the Nerf hammer shot. And the new 6-shot. And now we've got the new Elite 2.0 version coming out. All of those are $20 or under. The hammer shot on Amazon, you can get it for half this. Because half of $36 is $18, and well, that's what the new paint schemes go for. So when I buy 2 hammer shots for this, or 1 and some darts, I'm going to always pick the hammer shot. And some of you may not like it, but the Adventure Force Thundershot is $10. Yeah, it's got a bad grip, but I would pick the Thundershot over this. At least it has better performance and uses standard ammo. Now that Busby's fixed the catch, hey. But let's all stick with what everybody's favorite hammer prime pistol, the hammer shot. Hammer shot's half the price, better performance, and uses normal darts. This is unique, yes. It is compact. It is well made. But it's also a $37, 44 foot per second shooting blaster that uses 7mm darts that I can't find anywhere. That's hard for me to recommend, so I can't. Now I'm gonna start checking out more things like this. If a company wants me to try something, I will try it out. I will give them a fair shot. I tried this thing over and over. I even worked on one of them. But this just doesn't live up to any expectation that I would have. And you guys who watch my channel, you know me. I'm willing to try out anything. And I'm willing to do so with the idea that some things aren't high performers. Some things are just unique. Some things are just fun. Not everything has to be a competitive blaster. But it has to offer something. This doesn't have value. This doesn't... I can't even find the darts for it. And when 1 out of 2 doesn't work out of the package, I cannot put my stamp of approval on it. So, I thank you for watching this, but this one does not get my approval. I have to pass on this for it having a high price, non-standard ammo, and low performance. I still thank Ferventoys for sending it to me for me to try out. I hope you enjoyed my review of this. This is kind of one of those things that I try so you don't necessarily have to. But link isn't going to be in the description of the video in case you do want it. Because I'm sure there's somebody out there who would actually like a 357 replica. That's really the selling point, I guess, if you're somebody who really, really wants a 357 replica that's far more accurate than most any other blaster's ever going to be. Because I guess this thing could have life as a prop. You know, it actually does have a cylinder that pops out and spins, snaps back in, and yeah, I just dry fired it. But I hope you enjoy this. Thanks for watching. Till next time, it's MkIII with my review of the Ferventoys Lawman Mark III.